In this video, I will be unboxing, setting up and reviewing this XbotGo AI Cameraman. This is what you get in the box: an XbotGo Sports Tracking Gimbal, USB-C cable, a mini tripod, the user manual, a storage pouch and a strap. I've also got the remote which controls the gimbal and a 4-meter tripod. Some of the cool features about this smart AI tracking is that it does auto tracking and recording of games via their XbotGo app. There's free live streaming via Facebook, YouTube and more, and the live streaming also has a scoreboard available, and I'll show you how to set this all up later on in the video. That's a really cool feature. There's also free cloud storage. There's no subscription fees, so there's no hidden costs in that, so that's a really cool plus. It's also supporting other sports like basketball, hockey, soccer, and also tracking of people as well within the sport that's being played. And there's also monthly updates of the app with new features in that, so that's a really cool thing about this. So they're always bettering the system. It's a really cool system. The gimbal itself can be used as a gimbal, not just for sports tracking. And it comes with a really easy interface to use. It's got the joystick so you can tilt up and down, and you can also pan horizontally left and right. It's got the power button with a single press. It will move from portrait to landscape. And then we've got this really cool XbotGo Tripod T4 made from aluminium alloy and weighing about 3.7 kilos or 11 pounds. This thing is so well made, and it comes with this really cool cushioning washer where the tripod attaches to the gimbal.
Nice.
And it comes with a really cool weighted bag. Not only is this tripod really cool and really well built, but it is really easy to set up. The build quality is amazing and it feels so sturdy as well. It comes with nice rubber feet and it also clicks into place, and there are also rubber rings around each part that extends, so if it does fall down, it's got that cushioning as well, and it just feels so solid. It's really, really well made. I'm so impressed. No more faffing around with your phone and trying to zoom in and out while you're trying to film a game, and then the footage is all shaky and wobbly and not smooth. With this gimbal and the XbotGo software, you can be sure you're going to get guaranteed smooth footage of a game, and you can enjoy the game watching it with your eyes and not through a screen worrying that you're not going to capture every little bit. Now moving on to the app, this is really easy to install as well. You just scan the QR code that's in the manual for iOS or Android, install the app. Once that's done, accept the terms and conditions, then go through a small little introduction. And then there are 2 buttons at the bottom that you want to set up. One is for remote and one is for the gimbal. Really easy. Switch on the remote, search for the remote, it will find the remote, connect, and the same thing for the gimbal. It picks it up automatically, and it's that simple to set up the app with the gimbal and the remote. Just make sure that your mobile device has Bluetooth enabled in order for the gimbal to connect successfully. When selecting local files from the main menu option at the bottom, this will show you all the videos that you have recorded from all the footage that you have. You've also got a marked section, which I will explain later, and then there's an edited section, so you can actually edit the clips that you've recorded. There's an option to sign up, and this will allow you to get your 20 gigs of free storage on the cloud. Operating this gimbal is just a pleasure. It works so well as just a gimbal, not just with the Xbot app. And you can see from the video, you can see how responsive it is when moving it, and it just stays so still. Even the zoom in and out function works great. And also when I was testing it jogging down the path, you can see on the left the phone only compared to the gimbal. And I tried to shake the gimbal a bit more than usual, and it just was so steady. It is absolutely wonderful. The quick touch power button moves from portrait to landscape, as you can see, and it is just really good. I'm so impressed with this device. So now I've told you all these amazing features about this whole gimbal and XbotGo app and the remote and the tripod and everything. So here I am setting it up at our local football fields, and I started setting everything up to record some of the practice session that we had. And looking at the system with the phone and without the phone, you can see it looks really good. It's really slick. What you need to do is make sure you face the trigger of the gimbal towards the field and place the tripod within the halfway line of where they're practicing or playing a game. And then I extended it nearly all to the 4 meters, and this is the footage that it captured. It's really good, and you can see it follows the players. Obviously this is a drill that they're doing, which is in proper gameplay, so the AI does a bit of zooming in and zooming out, as you can see. And then the coach moves to the left, and you'll see the AI probably thought the gameplay would move to the left, and then it came back again. So really good tracking, really responsive. and it works really well. The image quality is great. The video sound is really good as well. And again, I'm just really impressed. Another thing that you can do if you do own an Apple Watch, you can actually control the recording and the moving and the panning of the camera as well. So that's another nice feature they have. So Apple users, that's a cool one to look out for when you look at getting one of these systems. In the next section, I'll be talking about the Followme tracking that the XbotGo uses. And this is also another really cool feature. It has gesture control, so you can activate it with gestures. So what I did here is, because it's been raining, we haven't really had any game time, I started filming some football from YouTube, and you can see how the system starts tracking the players. It's a little bit difficult from the screen, but you can see the little squares following the players. And then once you select a player, it will place a blue square and it will follow that player around and keep tracking them along. And as you can see, it's really quick. It's picking up the movement from the players, and the scenes are switching from close play to zoomed in versions and everything, and players running. And you can see the group of players over here, how it really tracks virtually everyone. So it's very responsive and it's very good at tracking. So you can see in the next section here in the bottom left, I've highlighted that. So it's got long distance tracking, 3 times auto zoom in and out, and also gesture control, as well as following a number on a shirt. So you can see in the middle of the scene here, we've got a player that we are tracking, and you can see how it follows them left and right, and as they move around the field, so you can analyze their gameplay, how they read the play, what are they doing on the field, are they just standing there doing nothing, where do they move left and right. So it is very good for coaches, and they can see exactly what a player is doing. So again, it's just really good software, really well made. The other thing with regards to the moving left and right, you can see in the top left corner, you can see those arrows. Now that's the remote controlling the panning of the camera, the same thing from the Apple Watch. The other settings that are available, you can see the panning angles, you can go all the way to 180 degrees, you can have auto dimming, the length of the video to be recorded and everything like that. And then there is a cool little button on the remote which will mark a section in the footage that you're filming. So if a goal is scored, you can press this button, and then when you review the footage later, you will see that there are yellow dots on the timeline of the video which mark these sections of importance. So just before that mark, you would see the goal that's taken place, and you can review what happened or how the play led to the goal or conceding a goal. I've put up a list of phones that are compatible with the XbotGo, so just make sure you check that before purchasing one of these. And finally, live streaming and Scoreboard. So live streaming is really easy. You just turn on live and it will ask you Facebook or YouTube, or you can just get a URL. If you use YouTube, you need your streaming URL as well as the key, and that's a secret key to put in. So that goes live and you can start streaming, so people who are not at the games can actually watch. And then as you can see at the top here, I've got a scorecard. Now that can also display via the live stream. Now to set that up, you just click on the scoreboard icon while the video's on the XbotGo, and it gives you a URL to visit. You put in the 4-letter code that's available, and then a screen will unlock which will give you all the details on the team that's being played against. You put in their name, you put in their color, and then you can also adjust the score as and when they do score. So this gets reflected in the live stream. So again, another awesome feature from this really cool XbotGo app and gimbal and tripod and remote. The system is just really cool. So I tested it out with one of the coaches, and there was a little chat you saw earlier on there with WhatsApp showing that it is working and it is streaming and they can see the score. So yeah, it's just been a pleasure to review, and if you guys are looking for anything to analyze gameplay and you're a coach, this is the system to get. I really enjoyed reviewing this. Thank you, XbotGo.